It's Monday the 10th of October and it's been a fairly modest weekend for sales. We've got 18 orders and I've actually already got them picked and ready to pack. So let's just have a quick look at what we've got. We've got a Batman here on eBay, nice Star Wars poster going out via eBay, a Fox suit guy, an Eternals figure, a Queer Eye Loft figure, and then we've got various Bricklink and Brick Owl orders, some minifigs going out there. That one is actually the highest quantity of bricks that I've got going out. Actually, that's not true. It's the bulkiest lot. The highest lot count would be these, where we've got 500 of each of these 1x1 round tiles in dark tan and tan. More minifigure parts and pieces. This one's a more unusual one, which is a key light, LED light there. And then we've got an order here going off to the States with various things in it, a couple of Minecraft poly bags, and then mostly Minecraft stuff, various tiles, and a couple of buildable foxes there as well. So as you can see, not an enormous amount for a weekend, but I'll get these packed up, and the good thing is it will give me lots of opportunity to get more stuff added to the store. We will check in a little while just to see what our start point is for the week with number of items and lots, and we'll see how we can increase that over the week. So as promised, here is our start point for the week. We're at 525,026 items and our lots are sat at 10,911. I don't have the Brick Pickers file open at the moment. Let's just see if I can get that up pretty quickly. Just launch Brick Store. Here's the Brick Pickers file, and we can see that according to this, we've still got 366,000 items to upload in 7,200 lots. So it's still an awful lot to go, and remember this is just the catalogued stuff, so lots and lots to get listed still. I may even pay a visit over to the container today, although it's not a very nice day today. It's raining, and that's not a great position to be in with the container, in having to have the doors open to get light into the container, etc. Don't want things getting wet, but we'll see. I may go over there and pick some more stuff up to get listed. So all of today's post is packed and ready to go. I just need to pop them into the sacks. I've put the small parcels in there already, but leaving them open just in case any additional orders come in this morning before we head to the post office. And I'm going to start getting some stuff listed. So first drawer I've pulled out is this drawer of 2x4 bricks. And we've also got a few other bits and pieces in here as well. So we'll get this one done first and see what else we can find in the other drawers. And I'm probably going to take a trip to the container after lunch maybe and just see what I can find there. So next up, we've got two drawers of various clips and modified plates here. Do need to be a little bit cautious here because we've got a mix of the kind of horizontal clip versus the vertical clips. So I don't want to mix them up too much or have them too close together, because I worry that you know, I would potentially have a picking issue. So I'll see how that works out once I've counted them and see what I've got of my own stock to add to this, but hopefully we'll be able to condense these and create another empty drawer. So I'm just at the container now, and I've decided that what I'm going to do is take some of the individual drawers from here and swap them out with the empty drawers that I've got in some of the stacks back in the room. So I took a little video before I left of all of the empty drawers, so I'm just picking drawers that are the same colour. I have to keep the inserts with the drawer numbers so that I know what's in them. So I'm just taking equivalent colours of the drawers that I've got empty. Now, I didn't think forward enough to bring those empty drawers with me because I wasn't sure what was going to be here. So I'm gonna just wing it, and I'll bring the empty drawers back possibly tomorrow or later today. Probably also gonna take one or two of the orange units back with me and get cracking on those. I'm gonna try and select the ones that have the new parts in though, because there are some that have old parts or used parts, which are these marked wall, and some that have new parts, which are these marked cab. So I'm probably gonna try and grab one or two of them as well, but just gonna get some of these for now. I was tempted to take this, which is a box of mostly white parts. All of this is uncatalogued, but I thought I'm going to stick to what I've been doing and stick with doing the drawers. Then whatever I'm left with that's empty, I'll be able to sell or move on, and I'll be in a better position once I know that they're all empty. Anyway, just a quick update. That'll do for now. Next up, once I've finished these drawers, will be to continue with the orange boxes and get all of those empty, but we're going to be a little while before we get to all of that. So I'm just back from the container, and as I mentioned in the previous clip, the intention was to bring back some coloured drawers to match up with the empty drawers that are marked here with the post-it notes. So I'm going to be swapping these out in a second, and these will give me, you know, more items to be adding to the store. Most of these drawers have got things in bulk, so it'll get some good quantity and some more variety into the store as well. And then I also brought back 4 of these cabinets. Now these are supposedly new parts in these, and one of the reasons that I brought these back is to start and refill some of the smaller drawers that we've got in here, because obviously the fact that they're in these smaller drawers right now should mean that they should split into here quite nicely. And then that'll move me forward to an end point where I will eventually be getting rid of all of these black and orange units. So that should keep me busy for the next few days / week or so. Did also bring back a couple of sets. This one, which is well smashed in, but I do have another of these, I think, unless I already parted it out. Yeah, got another one of these here, which I already took the minifigs out. So the intention is get the minifigs listed with this and put those 2 sets together into the one box, ready for parting out at a future point in time. Also came across this, which is sealed, but is a little worse for wear, but not so bad, that if people are really, you know, interested in picking up the brickheads, then it may well be that they'd be happy enough to pick this up given the time of year. But I've no idea what the resale value is like on this. It may be through the floor and therefore might not even be worth listing, but I'll check it out, and if it is, I'll get it listed on eBay. Now, before I went to the container, I was working on a couple of drawers of clips, and I have managed to condense these down, and I've managed to keep the horizontal and vertical clips separate. And I've done that by putting the horizontal clips in this drawer with these modified plates, and the vertical clips I managed to fit in a drawer that I had space in with these 1x2 clips and 1x2 modified plates. So I have just combined those with them. That freed up another drawer and another insert, so I'm building up a stack of spare inserts there as well, which will be good and will come in handy as we progress with the organisation. So just going to get these put away now, and then we'll start pulling some more drawers to work on. So I've just pulled this drawer of inverted slopes here, and this drawer is interesting because this, I think, is the first time that I've pulled a drawer that has parts in that I've already dealt with. And so previously, when I would have dealt with these parts from another drawer, I would have seen probably a greater quantity in the brick pickers list than I had in the drawer on hand, and so the quantities would have had to have been reduced as I counted them, etc. But those parts are in a drawer here, which is my drawer number ZD62. So as you can see, we've got a nice array of colours here, and that's going to mean that some of them will fill up with colours that we've got here. There's some dark red ones that I've pulled out over here already as well, and then others overflow will end up going into the bulk bin again. So this isn't going to add any new lots, but it is going to add considerable quantity to the store as well, and they need to be uploaded, so it doesn't really matter if I've already got them as lots or not. They just need to be worked through and sorted out. So I'm going to get these counted out, add what I can to this drawer, and then the rest will go into the bulk bin. Next up, we've got two drawers of 1x2 slopes. These will hopefully combine into one drawer. As you can see, this drawer's got several compartments full of the same colour, so I'm hoping that these will condense and free up another drawer, but I'll check back with you in a minute and we'll see if that's the case or not. So here's the finished drawer, and as you can see, it looks really good with all of the various colours in there. There were one or two colours that I just couldn't fit in here, and that's largely because there was enough of most colours to fill each compartment, which meant there wasn't very much space left to sort of bag smaller quantities and add them in here as well. So there are one or two colours that ended up going into the racking over here, because I didn't want to start another drawer with really a small number of colours in low quantity that would have just left too much space in the drawer. So anyway, I'm going to get this drawer put away, and that's going to be about it for today, and I need to get that lot uploaded, and then we'll get on with some more things tomorrow. Tuesday the 11th of October, and we have got 8 orders in on Bricklink. Looking at the lot counts, they're all very small, modest amounts, highest being 11 there. And then on Brick Owl, we've got 3 orders, and again, very small lot counts, highest being 16 there. So they're not going to take very long to pick at all, and nothing at all on eBay today so far. And I need to try and carve out some time to refocus a bit on eBay. I've got plenty of stuff that could be added there. It's just a matter of you know, finding some time away from uploading parts to the Bricklink store. Orders are all picked and ready for packing this morning. All, as I said, modest orders, lots of minifig parts and small parts orders. And one thing that did sell today, which was an interesting one, was these black chrome legs, which were the Darth Vader legs. And interestingly, and I hope this isn't going to be a problem, but there is some damage to the chrome on the edge of the left leg, and please ask for pictures is what I wrote against the item, but they never contacted me about this, and I've just gone ahead and bought them. But I did just look online, and these were the only legs available, at least in the UK. So that might have been a factor in them just pulling the trigger, because, you know, they were the only ones available. But they sold for £22. So nice little sale for a pair of legs there. And I'm just going to get these packed up now, and then I'm going to get on with the next item, which I think is probably to start emptying some of these orange and black cabinets and try and fill some of these drawers back up a little bit, and we'll see how we get on with that. So here we go with the first cabinet that I'm going to sort out. This is what Brick Pickers referred to as Cab 8, and this is all new items. And I've done a search in the Brick Pickers file for everything with a Cab 8 remark, and that has resulted in over 13,000 items in this container in 110 lots, and at the average price it's worth about £1,000, which looks crazy. For a cabinet that fits on your desk like that, that's £1,000. But we all know that those prices are going to change, so we don't worry about that too much. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to select everything and do a lookup against my own inventory. And this will allow me to pull in any comments from my own file. So that now means that anything that has the some references after the cab draw number, these are my draw locations for the same item in my own inventory. So a fair mix of things that I've already got versus new lots. So it'll be interesting to see at the end of this process how many new lots this generates. Now I'm just going through the first draw, and as is the case with many things here, the draws are mixed in terms of colour, etc. So they will need to be sorted out. Some are less so, and some are very specific to the particular item in question, so those should be easier counts to do. So anyway, let's crack on, and we'll see how long this takes to do. And the good thing about doing this kind of work is I'm sat at my desk and I can be watching YouTube constantly while I'm doing that, which can be a little more enjoyable. So anyway, let's get cracking. So I finished up listing all of these items in the Brickstore file, and we ended up with 7,462 items. So quite a few less than was indicated in the Brick Pickers file, but that's probably because they're actually sat in a different location. Quantities themselves weren't too bad for the items that I did find in there, but this was really time consuming because of the way that the parts were mixed color wise in drawers. So you had to spend time sorting the colors out, and then of course you know, counting each colour, getting them into their own location, merging them with my own existing stock, putting them in the brick store file, you know, really means that these orange and black containers are really so much more time consuming to do than the rainbow draws, because the rainbow draws are already typically sorted into colour. It's a case of counting items in bulk, which is really easy and they're quick to do. These are taking, I'd say, to be honest, a minimum 3 hours to do them. So lots still to go. That's only something like the third one I've done, so still 17 of those to go, and I don't really expect them to get any easier, if I'm honest. Just taking a trip down to the local Sainsbury's, and I've picked up a few things for the store, just mainly to get minifigures. So I picked up some Thor stuff and some Marvel Juniors. Also picked up a classic set, but that's a Christmas present for my grandson, and also a friend set for my granddaughter. But there is a few unusual sets here. So this one is not bad, the T-Rex Breakout at £60 with a part out of about 220. So I was really tempted to pick up the 4 of those that are here, but looking at the parts and given the store, you know, that I need to get parted out, I don't want to do that. I'm just really looking for minifigure related stuff. Lots more available elsewhere on other stands, so more bits and pieces here, some brickheads, friend sets, classic Lego there again, another biggish stand. Lots of this stunt stuff, that's not been successful at all for Lego, I don't think, has it? There is the trash compactor set again, which is a nice set to see in a supermarket, which isn't bad. But other than that, not an awful lot. Let's just take a look up here where I think there's a little bit more. There's a stand up here that I've cleared out a little bit. But other than that, there's really not a great deal more. And the prices are pretty incredible this year. I mean, this classic set was £40 this year, and last year I think it was 30 or 32. And the part out values are terrible on it, so I don't think many of you will be buying that for part out. But anyway, that's me gonna go and check out and get this lot home. I'm back from the Sainsbury's toy sale, and just to reiterate what I got was 5 of these 76207, and I think that was all they had. They only had the 5, and similarly for this one 10782, and then also, and they did have a lot of this one, was 10781. I just picked up 5 just to add some of the figures to the store, mainly for eBay stores, and we'll get these listed this morning because I'm sure the site will be flooded with other people selling these as well. In terms of this morning's orders, which obviously I headed out early this morning, so didn't get to sit down and look at my orders at all. We've got 5 on Bricklink there, and then we've got 2 on Brick Owl. So I'm gonna get those printed out. We'll look at getting them picked, and then I think I'm gonna have a few hours on eBay and get some figures listed, and maybe sort some dimension sets out. So probably not going to be a high volume day for things going into the Bricklink store today. I think I really need to spend probably half a day on eBay. So I've added all of the minifigures from all of these sets that I got from Sainsbury's onto eBay, And as I said, I was going to spend a bit more time looking at eBay. So I just thought I'd show you this box and some of the contents. Not sure if these are going to go on eBay or not. I'm just going to work through them and decide what to do with them, because, you know, it's always a dilemma, because it's so much easier to list on Bricklink, and they may take a little longer, but it's a bit more time intensive taking pictures and getting them listed on eBay. But on the other hand, eBay is another marketplace, which gives me, you know, another string to my bow, so to speak. And it's a real dilemma where to add some things onto. Certainly, I think the dimension sets will do better on eBay than they will on Bricklink. And there's lots of them in here. So we'll see there's lots of bagged dimension sets here that I believe are complete, because Brick Pickers had all of this on eBay listed, so they must be complete. I think there's actually two different two copies of the same set in there, and various other minifigs in here as well. So I'll continue to work through it and make a decision on what I do. But some things, probably, you know, the likes of this is probably gonna go into Bricklink. We've also got yeah, a Ghost Rider there, but we'll have a look anyway and see what we can do with them. I'm running a little bit late on getting my orders packed up today because of going to the toy sale at Sainsbury's, and then I got sidetracked spending some time on eBay, etc. So we've got today's orders here all picked, ready to pack, and I'm only about an hour away from going to the post office, so I need to get these packed up and labelled up and get into the post. Nothing major to report. Some minifig parts, a lot of quarter tiles going out in this particular order. Nice to see some of the coral quarter tiles going, 100 of those, so only about another 48,000 to go. Some parts here, and this one's looks like someone trying to build possibly the helicopter from the Batman classic TV show set. They've bought a number of parts for that, including this windshield. Little Star Wars figure there, and that's about it. Just got to get these all packed up. As usual, got a hell of a mess going on in here. Need to find somewhere to put these sets. I've got the Star Wars sets that I'd got the other day, and so I have got someone asking me if they if I want them to do anything, so I'm just wondering, I might get them to part some of these out and just get them listed into the store. But to be honest, it's a bit of a distraction because it's going to stop me uploading the drawers, etc. So I don't know whether to bother or not, or whether to just put these into storage. So I need to make that decision and move on to something else. We've just completed two more drawers. These are 2x2 round tiles, all organised now and ready to put away. And we've got 1x1 round bricks here as well. Now the total of those comes to 4,377. I haven't done the pricing yet, but about £170 or so. So I'm going to get those uploaded, and then I'll probably check back and see where we are numbers wise with the store this week. Right, we're all uploaded now, and just checking on the numbers, that brings us up to
5,816, so almost 545,000, and 10,933 lots. So just about 5,000 short now of being at 550,000, which is pretty good. There's a postal strike tomorrow, so I certainly won't get anything posted tomorrow. May still do the picking, but we'll see. So hopefully we'll get a good day pushing these numbers up a bit more, although I have a tendency to think about focusing more on the lots than the overall total items now, because ultimately the aim is to sell things and not just build the biggest inventory. So really I want to be getting things listed that are more likely to be selling through. So we'll take a look tomorrow. I'm going to be wrapping up now for the night. It's about 20 to 6 in the evening on Wednesday, and we'll see what tomorrow brings.
It's Thursday the 13th of October today, and there's a Royal Mail postal strike. Therefore, we won't be sending any orders out today. Now, as it happens, we've only got one order in, but I suspect that is because of the strike and people knowing that things aren't going to be posted, so not in a major rush. So we've spent the morning sorting out a couple more drawers. This is one of them, which is a drawer full of 2x2 bricks, which I'm just about to put away. And then I think I'm going to have a couple of hours adding a few other things to the store. And when I say other things, I mean things that are going to add lots, so more unique items. So for instance, I've got this drawer here that, to be honest, I don't know what these are in terms of whether they're new or used, so I need to go and have a look. This is drawer D153, so let's just go and have a quick look while we're here, and we'll have a quick look in the Brick Pickers file. So we're looking for D153. Oh, that's interesting, because I do not find a D153 entry at all. So this is going to be, let me just try 153 in case that brings anything up. Nothing jumping out at me. So this is going to be a little trickier to look at. I'm going to have a look at what's in the drawer. Now, the good thing about Brick Pickers was that they were very, very good at writing part numbers on bags that they keep in here, something I don't do at all. So I'll look these up based on the part numbers, and we'll figure out if they're new or used, and we'll get them added to the store. Do have a few other drawers as well that I'm probably going to work on. Probably look at this drawer, which is all helmets and headgear. And as I said, the main aim here is to add lots to the store. There's also a couple of drawers. I think there's one around here somewhere, yeah, that's got all heads in, that are used heads that need to be added as well. So plenty to keep me busy adding these to the store. I'm going to spend, as I say, a few hours, and we'll see what we end up with. So I'm working through this drawer of animals and animal parts, and I've already found some interesting things that weren't in the Brick Pickers file that I could see at least. So for instance, we've got this raptor, which is going to be worth probably a tenner or so. We've got the skeleton glow-in-the-dark horse, which I think will sell pretty well. We've got little dinosaurs. We've got the Wampa body, which wasn't listed, and lots of other things that were on the list, but I think will be reasonable sellers. You know, things like these rats here are always selling, and little dinosaurs in a couple of different variants. So lots of interesting stuff. I really enjoy doing these kind of draws, to be honest with you, much more than doing the bulk parts. But yeah, both are necessary. But at least this is going to add a nice little bit of variety to the store. So the animal draw's all done, and now I'm moving on to this drawer full of headgear. And there really is a ton of stuff in here. Lots of Star Wars related helmets, and what we got here. We have got some GB collector's minifigure series there. Lots of other basic things in here as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what this is going to be worth as we get it all sorted. But let's make a start and see what we get. So I've finished sorting out the drawers and have now added them to my organisers here that I use for the minifigure used parts. This includes both smaller animals as well as things like headgear, etc. Now those two drawers ended up resulting in just 410 items, but that was across 165 lots and is round about £276 worth. The only downside to these that I find a little more time consuming over the parts as well is that I like to check the pricing manually on these. So with 165 lots, that can be quite time consuming. But I do find that you need to do that really with at least some of the items because of the potential value in them. So for instance, one of the items that I found in here was a Commander Cody helmet that was priced roughly anywhere between sort of £5 and £10 for the helmet. So things like that, I prefer to just check what the availability is, what the sell-through is like, and you know, assess individually and allocate a price on an individual basis. So I just finished uploading today's BSX file, and we ended up with 4,596 parts to add in 209 lots. And that was a mix of sort of 2x2 bricks, some 2x2 corners, some modified plates, and then of course all of the animals and the minifig helmets and headgear. Now I uploaded that, and that gave me an additional 165 lots, and we ended up with 549,019 parts, and we're back over 11,000 lots with 11,083. So we're still just 1,000 short of the 550,000 mark. So hopefully we'll hit that tomorrow, and that was realistically my goal for the end of the week was to get to 550, and then maybe next week I'll hope to get to 600,000, but we'll see if that is something we can achieve or not. So anyway, that's me done for tonight. We'll see what orders we get in overnight, get them done, and we'll crack on tomorrow with getting some more stuff into the store. I just pulled this little drawer just to get tidied out once and for all. I think I have pulled a few items out of here before, but I was going through the Brick Pickers file and spotted some things that I knew were in the drawer, so I thought, why not just get it pulled out and get it cleared out and emptied
along with the other drawers. So I'm going to work through these. Already pulled those into a different file, and of course I wasn't sure what these things were before, but now I've been able to see in the Brick Pickers file exactly what they are, and they're Minecraft hoglins and a baby hoglin, and I can easily get those listed now. There are a few other figures and things in here that I need to try and locate in the file as well. Some Angry Birds, some Hidden Side, some superhero stuff, and a few other bits and bobs in there as well. So I'll crack on, get this cleared out, and then we'll get on to the next draw. Friday the 14th of October, and we've got 8 orders to go out today. A real mix of parts orders and minifigs, some going on eBay, some Bricklink, and a couple on Brickowl, so a very even spread across all 3 platforms. We have got a little set going out today, Grindelwald's Escape, which went for £30. And then over here, 2 more orders. One of them is completely minifig based, lots of hair pieces, leg assemblies, etc. And here we've got, that shouldn't be there, another little order going out on Brickowl. So that's it for this morning so far. Going to get these packed up and ready to ship. Next up for today is a drawer full of 2x2 tiles, some of them with studs on. So I'm going to get this sorted out, obviously merge my stock into this as well, and see what we end up with. Tiles are complete now, and I'm just about to get them put away. The drawer below is half a drawer full of clips which have been listed, and I'm not quite sure what to put into these spaces just yet. Next up, I don't know whether to list some more stuff or get tidied up a little bit, because I've got such a mess in here, and got so many of these organisers left. I'm gonna have to go around and put them into the empty drawers, which are literally empty with no organisers in at the moment, just to get them out of the way. And I need to get some of this bulk put away. This is all listed overflow that needs to go into some additional storage somewhere. So I think I'm going to spend a little bit of time just doing that, just because it, you know, it gets on top of you a little bit when things are too untidy. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time doing that, and then maybe I'll start working on another of these orange and black boxes. Okay, so let's get cracking with another of these orange and black boxes. This one is cab 9, and I've pulled up the file in the Brick Pickers list, and that equates to another 1,726 parts in about 75 lots. So that's a lot less than we've seen in other of these containers. So it'll be interesting to see how accurate that is once I get these sorted. But anyway, let's get cracking, and I'll keep you updated on any interesting discoveries and what we end up with. So here we are with the latest organizer, this orange and black organizer, all empty now. And I managed in the end to get 2,314 items out of it in 99 lots. Now I seem to recall when I looked at the file for this, there was only something like 72 lots or something. So I think I actually got more out of the organizer than the Brick Pickers file said it had in it. So that was because there were some things in there that were meant to be in other locations, and there were a few things that were down as being in this location which weren't there, and I've added them back to the Brick Pickers file in case I come across those in another cabinet, which is what I expect. So if we take all of this, all of these, and move them into my daily total file, that gives me a daily total of 4,381 items in 154 lots, and those are now to be added to the store. I need to go through and price them still, but I'm going to get that done, and then that's going to be it for me for today and for this week. I just thought I'd finish the week as I started it by showing you what the latest totals are for the store. So we're at 553,128 items, and we're at 11,139 lots. So really pleased with that, because my mental target was to get to 550 by the end of this week, and I've achieved that. And fingers crossed, I'm hoping, though it's going to be much harder, I think, to make 600,000 by the end of next week.